Mesri here. I am at PacWest Association of Realtors, and I am here with Phil Hawkins and Christine Schachner, and they are our government affairs directors. And I wanted to talk with you a very important issue. Now, I know on my Facebook I don't usually talk about politics and different reasonings and different whys, but this is really important to me. I really want to talk about Prop 5 and Prop 10 and the importance and why I'm backing it and why the California Association of Realtors and our local associations are also backing it. So Phil, can you go into one of them for me?
Sure. Actually, I'll start with Prop 10. Prop 10 is, right now, any city in California can have rent control. And Prop 10 doesn't stop any city from having rent control. So out of the over 500 cities in California, you can have rent control. But there's restrictions on what rent control can do in your city. So current law says that if you have rent control, you can't, it doesn't affect single family residential homes. So meaning a house or a condo, it doesn't affect it. It will only affect apartment buildings. It also, if you build any new construction in your city, rent control wouldn't affect new construction, because if it did, you wouldn't see any new construction going on in your city. And thirdly, what it does when somebody moves out of an apartment, it brings it up to fair market value. So those are the three things that are current law right now. So if a city wants to have rent control, it just can't do those three things. Well, Prop 10 would actually eliminate those things. So we're against it because it would stifle development. You know, we need housing in throughout California. Over the last 10 years, we're over 1 million units behind. You know, the saying was, where do our kids go to live if we don't have housing? And it's also part of the reason that we have such high costs in housing is because we have a limited supply. And we need more housing at all levels, whether it's apartments, whether it's homes. We need all more units in the city, in our city. So this is the reason why we are against Prop 10 to stop the rent control restrictions. Now, you've seen the commercials. You've seen commercials on both sides, and you know, the no on Prop 10 definitely talks about, you know, there could be over 500 local rent control boards in the state of California, and each board could have all these different regulations on you. So again, we're a definite no on Prop 10. We encourage you to vote no on Prop 10, and we can answer any questions that you have that might pop up while we're filming this.
Phil, just a question with regards to that. Is this true that if Prop 10 passes, then it puts more governmental control on homeowners who want to rent out their homes?
Huge government control. So you know, there are a handful of cities in California that already have rent control, and you know, more cities are talking about it. If this was to happen, even the home you own, for some reason you got transferred in a job or you had to rent it out for a small amount of time, it would fall under the rent control now, and they could tell you what you can rent your home for. And you know, just the government intrusion into this is enormous. That's why we're against it.
And then also too, with regards to, say, a military family that gets repositioned and goes away for a year, and they rent their house out and they don't want to move, they won't be able to come back to their home now, will they?
You know, I was just talking to a realtor down in North San Diego County, because you know, we don't have a lot of military families in our area, but there are a lot throughout the state. And I was talking to a realtor in Northern San Diego County that I didn't think of that at first, and she was saying this would be terrible for my market. She goes, so often somebody gets stationed at Camp Pendleton and they get transferred. They know they're coming back. They purchase a house, but they have to rent it in the meantime. She goes, this would destroy them and what they can do with that house. They couldn't get the return they needed back on that house, and they would have to sell it. They would be taken out of the home ownership pool.
Okay. Are there any questions so far, Laura?
Nope, just a lot of Ziggy said fabulous conversation. Thanks, Lisa and team.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Okay, so remember, that's Prop 10, so we're against Prop 10, so we're asking you to please vote no on Prop 10. And Christine, will you share with us what Prop 5 is?
Yes, Prop 5 is touted as the Tax Portability Initiative, and it's something that we as an association and our California State Association helped qualify for the ballot. 1 million signatures that we got on there last year, and now it's before voters, and we really hope that it's something that you all vote yes on, as it allows for increased homeownership opportunities. It is benefiting those 55 and older, so senior citizens, along with disaster victims, and then those who are disabled, severely disabled. And what it allows you to do is take your Prop 13 tax base with you to a new home in any of the 58 counties. Currently, under Prop 6090, you only are eligible to do so under 11 of the 58 counties, primarily in Southern California, but this would allow all or mandate all counties to accept that Prop 13 transfer. And so I think there are questions that some had about Prop 13. Do you hear that a lot about what is Prop 13 and what does it mean for my clients or for those out there?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't really understand what Prop 13 is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Prop 13 allows for your property taxes to remain low, and they can only increase a small amount every year. Correct?
Yeah, so 1% of your or assessed value, your purchase price, is that it's capped at, and then 2% it can only escalate every year based on that 1% of market value. Well, not market value rate, but your purchase price or assessed value rate.
So for example, somebody that purchased their home in the 80s for $60,000 is now worth $800,000. They want to move. Right now they can do so if they're 55 and older at one time, as long as the county participates based on 60 and 90, and you could take that property tax base to your new home. But this changes it to where you can do it as many times as you want.
Correct.
And buying
Still got to be
up,
55 and older.
still have to be 55 and older, but you can buy up or down. So right now you can only buy equal to or less than. And then it also opens it up that you can do it as many times as you want. So for example, if a husband and wife want to downsize now because one of them is 55 and older, they take advantage of it. Then God forbid another one passes and they want to downsize again, that homeowner cannot do it a second time, but now their income's been cut in half. So this would allow them to be able to do that, correct?
That's a good analogy.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, perfect. And then just so that you know, we are fortunate in Southern California because so many people, our counties do participate. San Bernardino, LA, Orange, they all do participate. But up in Northern California, there are a lot of people who want to take advantage of this, but they can't because they want to move to the county just next door and they can't do this. So this will help so many homeowners to be able to then get out of their two-story home because they no longer can climb the stairs.
Right, and absolutely, and it's all about right sizing. And so then you free up that home for a new family looking to get into the marketplace as a homeowner. And this is really trying to increase home ownership, not only sustain those who are existing homeowners, but allowing inventory to be freed up so that those seniors or even disaster victims, we talk about California wildfires and how it's impacted those, and you want to be able to use your property tax base to find a new home if your home was destroyed in the recent fires. So it's really trying to allow for opportunities for everyone to get into the right size home for them.
And we're projecting this will help many families that have the oversized houses right now that want to downsize and be able to open it up and make it available for us that are younger that want those bigger homes and need those bigger homes for our families that we're growing.
Absolutely.
Are there any questions, Laura?
No.
Okay. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to call me. My name is Lisa. My phone number is 909-583-7844. I'd be happy to help you guys. So remember, we're saying yes on Prop 5.
Yes on 5.
And no on 10. And we appreciate you guys watching today. Thank you so much. And remember, I'm your local real estate professional helping you out. So feel free to give me a call to buy or sell if you have other questions. Talk with you soon. Bye.